very disrespectful for these two cities. So if the Bills would like to make it to the playoff, once again, you will need to get a quarterback and the likes of J.J. McCarthy, the only one the Buffalo Bills should sign from the NCAA this season. I repeat, if you want to sign a quarterback to make it into the AFC divisions, to become a winner, to win something, they plan to open a stadium in 2026. Unless you want to win, you better get rid of Joshua Allen. I'm calling you out. Trade him to the Minnesota Vikings. Trade him to the New York Jets. This guy is not qualified to lead a team in the NFL. Better yet, a team that's prone to be or prop to be in the AFC divisions or potentially be a Super Bowl winner in this decade. If they keep this guy, this city in Toronto, the city of Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, New York, you will never taste what it's like to be a championship winner in the AFC or in the Super Bowl itself. I believe the last time you went there, you were led by a commendable quarterback in Jill Kelly, who defeated the Oilers and only lost against the Dallas Cowboys that year because why? The Cowboys were that good with Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and a mean defense. This man here is a fraud. He cannot lead you to where you want to be. But J.J. McCarthy will if you sign him in the draft of 2024. And I believe the Bills lost by a field goal or by a touchdown, a home run if you will, because the defense fell asleep and allowed Jalen Hurts, congratulations to you, and the Eagles flew high and soared over the Bills. Congratulations to you guys. And other scoreline in the NFL that I put on paper for my prediction, I had the 49ers beating the Seahawks. I guaranteed they were going to beat the Seahawks, didn't I, on TNF? I said San Francisco 49ers, the second best team in the NFC if you ask me, because I don't trust the Cowboys. I'd rather put Detroit Lions in second place before I put you Dallas in second place. Statistically speaking, the number one team in the NFL, 11-0, the Philadelphia Eagles. Respect to you guys, my childhood team. But the 49ers are the second team in the NFL, if you ask me, in the NFC division. And the NFC division, I repeat, that defense is next level. The quarterback, even though it's a sophomore year for Mr. Purdue, I keep calling him Purdy because he's pretty good. I said -2 49ers over the Seahawks, even though they traveled to Seattle, -3 or -5. The 49ers won the ball game at 90%. I told you guys, scoreline was 31-13. I said there would be a quarterback difference between Geno Smith, who I watched play for the Jets over the last 10 years and a half doing this. In 2014, let's not forget, Geno Smith played for the Jets for 3 to 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, and he was an absolute bum playing for the New York Jets, and he showed up. The old Geno Smith showed up against the 49ers, and guess what? He choked last Thursday, costing the Seahawks a playoff spot. 6-5, folks. Seattle, your team is eliminated, just like the Bills, the Bengals, and the Arizona Cardinals, and now the Vikings, who joined them last night. Deebo Samuels, I told you he'd be back, didn't he? And I told you, if you combine Deebo Samuels with the aggression carries of Christian McCaffrey, the result would be 90% San Francisco 49ers. And then the Miami Dolphins won their game 34-14. Easy work against the New York Jets, because why? The Jets are going through it. Zach Wilson, well, now he's showing immaturity. And with this nervous breakdown, I know the Dolphins would not miss. And the Dolphins nailed them. -9, -6, -3. All in favor. I did say 100% guarantee that the Miami Dolphins would be victorious. I did say it, didn't I? There it is. And of course, I told you guys that the Jacksonville Jaguars, who traveled to the city of Houston, Texas, would find a way. I said they would find a way to pull a miraculous victory in the jaws of defeat. Folks, Jacksonville Jaguars is for real. In the AFC, I would like you guys to ignore the Kansas City Chiefs, because you're looking at the best team in the AFC. Fabio, Jacksonville Jaguars, flicking his hair, he brushing his hair calmly in your city while he's whooping your tail elegantly, if I may ask. This dude is for real. Normally I laugh at Trevor Lawrence because why he's an ACC quarterback from Clemson, but I don't doubt his football skills. This man is playing aggressive football. Jacksonville was supposed to lose this game, and they came back in the second half, won the game, and then Houston Texans missed the field goal that could have helped them tie the game to send them to overtime. I saw the experts were calling, oh my God, oh, CJ Stroud, oh, he's the. I said, look here. Jacksonville would find a way. Would find a way. Even though the Texans were able to shut down my cousin, Sapa, say Mr. Trevor Etienne, but you could not stop Zay Jones, Mr. Cloud, and then the gun-slinging arm of Trevor Lawrence, aka Fabio, from the old hair soap commercial in the 90s. Because why? He's a gunslinger. When his back is against the wall, he reminds me of a guy's named Roger Staubach from the Dallas Cowboys back in the 60s and the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, who was coached by Tom Landry. You see, I go far back in the 70s with my studies to pinpoint precisely Roger Staubach or Bart Starr from the Green Bay Packers back in the day when the NFL was founded. These guys, or Johnny Unitas from the Baltimore Colts, not the Indianapolis Colts, the Baltimore Colts, way back in the day. These guys were gunslingers. By gunslingers, and that was a guy named Terry Bradshaw from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gunslingers mean when my back is against the wall, regardless if I win or lose the ball game, I will throw the football in a double coverage to a wide receiver. I will throw the football to a triple coverage. It does not matter if I'm facing Trey Diggs from the Dallas Cowboys or Mr. Blend. I will slow out. In other words, you're doing daredevil stuff. Because why? You are risking the ball being intercepted at 90% chance. This was the secret ingredient Trevor Lawrence used. Because why? He's a student of the game. Because I expect you to be. Because why? You quarterbacked a team like Clemson University Tigers all the way to a championship 4 years ago. And he used that same technique from these four quarterbacks I just mentioned. Johnny Unitas from the Baltimore Colts, Roger Staubach from the Dallas Cowboys, okay? Bart Starr from the Green Bay Packers, and a guy like Troy Aikman, also from the Dallas Cowboys. This kid know his shit. Because why? You had to use their playbook to pull this upset against the Houston Texans, who also were 7-3 going in that game. You good. You good. You very good. Congratulations. And in the NFL, there were other scorelines, but I did not put them on my list. You're going to have to verify them yourself using your phone or your laptop because I don't have time because I have to close this stuff. And college football, I'm almost done, folks. We had some shocking result because now we're in the playoffs. So this was the last game of the regular season. And let's fast pace this one here. Texas Longhorn, guaranteed percent. I told you guys 100% that the Longhorn would win this game. But I did pick at 40% Texas Tech, plus 14, plus 10, plus 7. But 100%, I have to go with the 100%. 57-7. Hey. The Texas Longhorns don't play. Xavier Worthy don't play. Quinn Ewers don't play, and they delivered. On the spread, I lost, but I still maintain my 100% record. Hell yes. Hell yes. Texas Longhorn, 100%. And then I had Oregon State versus Oregon quack Mighty Ducks. The Ducks slapped them. -7, -3, or 70 to 80% chance. I told you guys, and Ducks came out on top. And if you went with the spread plus 14, it was an L. So if I combine Texas Tech and the Beavers of Oregon, yes, I deserve to go down to 90% because why? I did put them on the spread, and on the spread, that brings my perfect record now to 90% because why? I did say plus 14, plus 10, plus 7 Texas Tech, and plus 14 Oregon State Beavers. So therefore, I'll bring myself down to 90% on technicality. But on the spread, I won. Okay. Now we had A&M, which is Texas A&M versus LSU Tigers. This one I went all out with my 90% prediction. I told you guys that LSU Tigers from Louisiana would destroy this team. -3, -7, or -10, 100%, zero doubt, because I believe in my Heisman Trophy winner this year, Mr. Jalen Daniels, unless they rob him. This dude delivered 42-30. He covered the -10 by 12 points. He covered the -7. He covered the -3. Congratulations to Jalen Daniels. You should be my quarterback at the Raiders because we got eliminated on Sunday. The Raiders suck. Yes, once again, we were booted out of the NFL's playoff bracket. We suck. We are suck. We are the worst team in the NFL. Forget the Arizona Cardinals. The Raiders suck. And we need a quarterback like you to bring us back to life like Evanescence. And moving on, that was a game, Clemson versus South Carolina. Folks, I told you guys 100% that Clemson Tigers would beat South Carolina in their own stadium in Columbia, the capital of my state, South Carolina, in Dixieland. Because why? Clemson Tigers would never lose to a team like you, a Gamecocks. You don't have what it takes to be the Tiger. You've been trying for the last 30 years. And the result have always been the same. Clemson Tigers always slap you around like a baby's bum in a diaper. 100%, I told you guys to go with the Tigers. Scoreline was 16-7. At least let's try to save their little reputation. But guess what? Nevertheless, the Clemson Tigers were victorious, proudly with chest, as I expected. Folks, one game I give you a prediction for, +10, +7 the Gators, and Florida State beat the Gators 24-15, 9 points difference on the spread, +9. I almost lost the 10 plus. My record is still on technicality, not spreads, but the underdog plus is 90%. And then the game, before I close the show, folks. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. Arr! They shocked the world. They eliminated Ohio State. I repeat, they put their boots in the rear end of the mighty Buckeyes and gave them a sore eyes. I'll see you next year, buddy, because you got eliminated by the best team in college football this year. And I'm not ashamed to say they are the best team, even though my Alabama's still in it. Michigan Wolverine, I told them from day one before the season started, this team meant business without the suit and ties and the three-piece tuxedos. I told them this team had everybody's numbers in the NCAA, including the mighty so-called number one Georgia Bulldogs, which I aim to slap this Saturday at 60% chance. No one believed me. The NCAA poll makers, as they call them, they don't work for strip clubs, but they make polls, apparently. They all were bragging on how they were going to plot and destroy the Wolverines' chance to win a national championship this year. Guess what, folks? The gods of the NCAA Division I spoke on Saturday. I've been predicting this one for 2 months. That Michigan were the rightful number one team in the nation. Not Georgia, and definitely not the fake Buckeyes. I have no disrespect, no ill manner towards Ohio State. I respect the Ohio State. If I had a child, he would go to Alabama University or your school in the north, or in the Midwest, should I say. But there was no way you are going to beat the mighty Michigan Wolverines. Because why? They are on a mission. Whether Jim Harbaugh is not on the sideline or not, now his suspension has been lifted. And I expect this is going to be his last year, because why? The stuff that he was found. And let's not go into that. But coach is back this Saturday against Iowa, and I expect them to deliver 100% victory against Iowa by minus 14 or minus 20 on the spread. Folks, mark it down now if you want. Michigan Wolverine will beat Iowa this Saturday in the Big Ten final, the championship, if you will, minus 14. The least they could do is a minus 10 out of respect, and they may use their second string team to defeat Iowa. Mark this in your almanac for Saturday at the showdown between Michigan State Wolverines against Iowa. I'm giving you a bonus here. Minus 10 minimum, minus 14 or more against Iowa, because this Wolverine team mean business. They will eviscerate the Iowa Hawkeyes this coming Saturday. And I guarantee it, 1,000 gazillion, trizillion, if there is such a thing, percent. You're looking at the best team in NCAA football history, folks. They are the best. They have the best quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. They have the best running back in Blake Corum. And they have, if it was not for Mr. Odunze from the Washington Huskies, who's aiming for the Heisman Trophy this year, if it wasn't for him, I would say that Rome Wilson is the best wide receiver in college football. But this man from Washington Huskies, the fourth-ranked team in the nation, Odunze, this man is a nightmare. And one day, inshallah, I would like to see the wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills next to Rome Wilson, and I would like the Bills to sign these trios in the draft next year. In that order: J.J. McCarthy as your quarterback to replace Josh Allen, Blake Corum to be your running back, and Rome Wilson and Mr. Odunze to be your leading wide receivers on the left and on the right, just like Philadelphia Eagles do it with A.J. Brown and the ex-Alabama alumni Devontae Smith, number 6. And then one day I can see my now proudly, even though they lost now, they're at the NFL, they're not going to win the Super Bowl, they're not going to win the AFC. I can proudly say I found my second favorite team in the NFL after my Oakland Las Vegas Raiders, the Buffalo Bills. Yes, they suck, but I took an oath last year, and I never go back on my word. Buffalo Bills, you are my second favorite team in the NFL, and the Raiders, you are always number one. Always. That will never change. Long live the silver and black. But we're talking about college football, folks. Always go with the Wolverines. This is the team I would like to be the champion. In Alabama, even though we have a tough mountain to climb this Saturday, 40%, 60%, I expect the victory just on vengeance alone. Yes, Georgia is the favorite to win the game. But Alabama, Nick Saban, I know we got something for them. Folks, Michigan Wolverine won the game 30-24 to eliminate the Ohio State. And from what I'm hearing, they're going to fire the coach because it's his second year losing to Michigan Wolverines. This have not been done since 1991 and the 1990s. Wolverines, you are the best team. And if Alabama fall against Georgia, we will be out of the NCAA playoff this Saturday, and I expect you to carry the torch to defeat Georgia on January 21st to become national champion in college football this year. Wolverines, you are the best team in college football. And on that note, folks, I'm out. And have a nice day. God bless you. Good day.